Well, again, it would, what we put together would not directly reflect any of that, because we basically, remember how the school foundation formula works. We send money to the school district of residence of a child, and then that child might stay at that school district, they might go somewhere else, that money then flows out of that school district. So those types of changes are not reflected or assumed in the numbers that we put together in this budget. That'll get figured out later, and the money will be appropriately distributed. So it should not be a result of that, because if a kid has to go to school, we just fund that kid, and then the money is sorted out, like who keeps it gets sorted out later on down the road. So that shouldn't be affecting those numbers. I'll have to look at it and get back to you about what is affecting those numbers. I mean, I would suggest, I don't know, if it might be federal fund, I don't know what it is, I'll have to check it out.
That's a good point.
What is the change for the per pupil base funding number?
It is 6,000. It is 6,000 in 17, 18, and 19.
Okay, just stay.
Yep,
The
yep.
base, okay.
All the elements of the formula stay the same.
Do all the scholarship amounts stay the same then too?
The scholarship amounts stay the same. Well, again, the 6,000 is the number that keys the transfer of resources to kids in the voucher programs or to kids in charter schools. So the answer is yes, they do.
Do you know if the per pupil numbers stay the same, where the increase, where along the line of the formula the increase comes from, roughly, I don't know, the percentages of the base formula? I didn't see the calculation.
Yeah, it is, I mean, it will be driven in part by the change in state share that tells us like who we need to pay and how much we need to pay. It would also be driven in part the phenomena of the cap. The fact that we have certain people who we know right off the bat, even without changes, are going to come in at a funding level that we chose not to fund the last time around. So automatically, they're going to, there's going to be more money owed to them, right? Because it doesn't, in the old days when you didn't have a cap, right? If in the absence of a capping phenomena, you could, there might be no additional money going in, and then you would basically, it would cost about the same thing. But when you have districts that the nature of the cap is withheld prior aid, we're not going back and paying that prior aid, but we know that they're going to have costs above and beyond zero because of policy choices that we made in previous budgets. Hey, let me call your attention to this chart which was handed out to you, okay? Not chart, this funding formula.